Whispers. ASMR. 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 Today I will be reading from this article called 15 Little Secrets from Behind the Scenes of Star Wars, The Clone Wars. I started watching The Clone Wars during quarantine. I feel like it's such a fast watch because each episode is like 23 minutes. And I started watching it after I saw the episode with Ahsoka in The Mandalorian Season 2. And I was like, this means nothing to me. And it's still like I haven't watched Rebels, so it's like when she asks, where's your master, Grand Admiral Thrawn, like that still means very little to me. But anyway, straight to the facts. So there are 15 here, and we're reading back from 15. So it starts with number 15. 15. Maul's voice actor was a Star Wars legend before the show. I loved Maul's voice. He was so low, and I guess I don't think he talks in The Phantom Menace, or I feel like he barely talks in The Phantom Menace. I wasn't expecting the accent or anything, but I liked it. While Ray Park, with the voice of Peter Serafinowicz, is loved, many agree that Sam Witwer made the character much more three-dimensional with his performance as the broken, rage-driven Sith. But this was not his first rodeo. He was the son in the show's Mortis trilogy and the voice of Starkiller in the Force Unleashed games. The Mortis trilogy really fucked me up. I was like, Anakin should stay there. And the Liam Neeson cameo, I was like, I love this. 14. Some episodes are out of order. When the show began, it was clearly not meant to be a long-running serial, but rather a collection of stories from the Clone Wars, as shown with many episodes that take place before and after the pilot episode. Pay attention, you might even notice some episodes that are actually prequels to others. I did at one point see how to watch the Clone Wars in chronological order, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, I think these shows are that are presented this way are anthology series with a bunch of different smaller arcs, and I like that. I mean, binge watching the show, it's easy to watch 3 episodes right in a row that are of the same arc. They're all little mini movies. Fact number 13. Anakin and Obi-Wan were almost just special guests. In the early stages, it was actually intended that the iconic duo of Anakin and Obi-Wan would only appear rarely, with the focus on less defined characters like Plo Koon or the now iconic Captain Rex of the Clone Army. Wise decision to keep them on the show ended up fixing many flaws fans had with Anakin. Anakin in the Clone Wars was awesome. I had watched the movie a few months before starting the series, and I was like, oh, I don't think I want to watch the series because the movie was kind of annoying. Ahsoka was annoying. I didn't need Jabba's baby or any of that. The animation was fine, but I love Obi-Wan as Anakin side. Many mistake Force Awakens as Mark Hamill's big return to the Star Wars franchise, but actually in season 6 we are introduced to the ancient and fearsome Darth Bane, and behind that growly voice was Luke Skywalker himself. Between Darth Bane, the Joker, and Chucky Hamill has quite a gift for voicing villains. Yeah. Another fact here. Darth Bane was the one who introduced the rule of two. Fact number 11. It survived the purge. When Disney gained the rights to Star Wars, it led to a massive purge of many books, games, and comics, thus labeling them as non-canon material known as legends. The Clone Wars remained canon, led to many future canon materials using the show as an inspiration. Ahsoka even had a quick audio cameo in The Rise of Skywalker. Fact number 10. A long list of special guests. Mark Hamill was just the cherry on top of the delicious sundae that is the roster of special guests this show had. Clancy Brown of Lex Luthor and Mr. Crab's fame played Savage Opress. Jon Favreau debuted in Star Wars with this show, along with Seth Green, Liam Neeson, Tim Curry, Simon Pegg, and David Tennant, all making appearances. Number 9. It was not the first Clone Wars series. While Star Wars The Clone Wars is the most iconic, there actually was another attempt at this concept back in 2003 from the creator of Samurai Jack and Dexter's Laboratory. That's a good show. With the 2D animated series known as Star Wars Clone Wars, which actually features the first appearance of the Clone Wars character Asajj Ventress. I tried watching that. I'm not sure if it was on Disney Plus or if I found like a YouTube of like you could just watch like a whole hour or something of like the 2D show, and I was just like, there was so much fighting. It kind of gave me like Powerpuff Girl vibes and like not a lot of dialogue, and I could not follow. I mean, I think I was like, second screen watching it as well, but maybe I'll give it another try. Fact number 8. The pilot was a theatrical debut. Most Star Wars movies are giant blockbusters that people flood to and end up being some of the highest grossing movies of that year, but in 2008, the first 3 or 4 episodes were merged together as a feature-length film that premiered in theaters with a mixed reception. At least it led to a great series. Yeah, that was the movie I was talking about where I was like, Ahsoka's so annoying. Like, this plot is fine. I think so, at least. And then I was like, do I want to watch the series? And then I didn't. Maybe I did. I mean, I had so much time too. 7. The Clone Wars fixed Anakin's character arc. One of the biggest complaints about the Revenge of the Sith was Anakin Skywalker's seemingly abrupt turn to the dark side. Well, this was mended by the series, as it showed in more detail Anakin gradually getting darker throughout the years. His taking of a Padawan also shows why he was enraged about not earning the rank of Jedi Master. Right, the seeds of doubt of the council were definitely shown in the Clone Wars. Ooh, a related article, 15 things real Star Wars fans need to know about The Mandalorian. Maybe there'll be another video. Number six. Captain Rex remained a soldier until the end. A noble and honorable clone, Captain Rex became as iconic as characters like Obi-Wan over the years, but what fans might not know is that his story does not end with the Clone Wars. The character even went on to become a founding member of the Rebellion, and even was retconned into a character in Return of the Jedi. I've read this before. They said that though this character in Legends had like a rich backstory. I mean, it was interesting that he looks just like Rex does in Rebels, like him as an old man. So I don't know what my stance on him being retconned into the Battle of Endor, but number five. It made the Guinness Book of World Records. When the show came out, not only was it the most watched series in Cartoon Network history, but also went down in the Guinness Book of World Records as the TV's highest rated sci-fi animated series, rivaling many great shows like the aforementioned Samurai Jack and X-Men. Number 4. Nobody's ever really gone, not even shows. Fans' hearts were broken when Disney's purchasing of Star Wars led to the cancellation of the series. The remaining episodes in production would later become the 6th season on Netflix, while other ideas became comics for Marvel. Luckily, in 2018, after years of waiting, Disney announced the return of the series, much to the joyful tears of many fans. And, I mean, I feel like they did a really good job with the last season. And then the Bad Batch, too. Obviously. Number three. The show that left a legacy. The Clone Wars would go on to affect other canon series such as the cemented way of how a Jedi Padawan bonds with his or her crystal. Characters would return for Star Wars Rebels and Rogue One, a Star Wars story, even with the voice actors appearing in the movies and The Mandalorian. You know, I wish we got more Boba Fett in the Clone Wars. Oh wait. Yeah, no, I feel like there wasn't that much Boba Fett in the Clone Wars. Baby Boba. Or like child Boba. Number two. The weirdest yet greatest Harry Potter tribute. In the multi-episode arc where we see a group of younglings become Padawans, we are introduced to an old and quirky droid for the Jedi Order named Hu Yang, a constructor of lightsabers played by the amazingly talented David Tennant. His character bears an uncanny resemblance to Ollivander from the Harry Potter world. I am not that I don't like Harry Potter, but I never really read the books. I never read the books. And then I've only seen a few of the movies, but I need to find a picture of this guy to put. I need to find a picture of Ollivander. Not Ollivander. Ollivander. To put in this video. shows and comics, as well as rumored to be played by Rosario Dawson in Mandalorian Season 2. LOL, this article must be before that. But she originally had a different name altogether. Ashla, which was George Lucas's original name for the light side of the Force. That's interesting. And those are all of the facts in this article. 15 little secrets from behind the scenes of Star Wars. The Clone Wars. I wish I could watch the series for the first time again. Well, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you're relaxed. This is a good time because now my computer just started making, being loud. The fan just started being